Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Today, we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Slam. Regular.
On third down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check three.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second and 11 now. Darnold caught here by Griffin. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. To return is Taylor. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a first and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it second and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. On second and 7, Mayfield. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 27 yards there, a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Mayfield looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
We're scoreless after 1. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, red 80. Check 13.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
He's tight right here, he's tight on the right, tight on the right. Red 80. King 26. 80.
Darnold from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, over. Hurry.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Alert, 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 alert. Watch the whip.
From the 41, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Jordan Reed has it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now.
It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey, wahoo! Hurry! Mike 20. Come on!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Alert 3. 180. Smooth. Mike 51.
To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Quick dance. Go. Ran 80.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Beckham, the return. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. Come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Hey, 80.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big run that time by Bell. And even 60 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Get him, boy. Get him. Yo, 80. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Hatch it.
A handoff right. It's Gore. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Landry, the intended target. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And a nice spin into some open field. 23 yards the pickup there.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Back. Watch out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Darnold. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Red 80. Hey, watch it, watch it.
They'll try and push it in with goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Frank Gore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. Yeah, how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, Charlie.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here goes that. 51, Mike 51. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Chubb. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Okay, baby, I see you.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Gore. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll run it with Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Watch the air.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Check 99. Check 3. Check 3. Alrighty. Double up.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Mike 50. So we got man. Hey, check that.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A spin. The Browns drive about to get started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.